my beloved child, I am revealing to you a profound truth, something you must recognize at this very moment. Set everything aside, let your soul be still for a moment, for I need you to listen to me with your full attention. This is not the time to be distracted, nor is it the time to delay. For the next 11 minutes I need your focus, because I am lifting the veil on things you have not yet seen, revealing to you the enemy's schemes and the events unfolding around you. My child, you are at a critical crossroads. You cannot continue to walk carelessly, for you have been placed in a perilous situation that you have yet to realize. Can you feel it? A battle is raging. One you cannot see with your physical eyes, but it is more real than anything you have ever faced. This is not your imagination, nor is it an unfounded fear. This is a truth that you must grasp right now. You are standing at a pivotal threshold, a turning point that could completely transform your life. But the enemy is lurking, seeking to stop you before you can step through. He has been watching you for a long time, since the days when you were unaware of your own significance. He has seen in advance who you are destined to become. He has recognized the limitless potential within you. He knows that once you rise in the full strength I have given you, you will become an unstoppable warrior. He understands that when you step into your true calling, you will leave an indelible mark, an impact far beyond what you can currently imagine. And because of this, he has relentlessly sought to hold you back. What has he used? Lies, wounds, doubts, and fears. He has sown insecurity and uncertainty into your heart, so that you would never dare to believe you could become who I have destined you to be. He has made you feel inadequate, weak, and unworthy. He has worn you down with trial after trial, hoping you would believe that you cannot go on, that you are too exhausted to fight. But today I have come to tell you that all of it is a lie. The enemy does not fear who you are in this moment. He fears who you are becoming. You are not weak. You are not a victim. You are not bound by your past or confined by what others have said about you. You are a warrior, a chosen one, a royal heir, called to fulfill a mission that only you can accomplish. Look back on your journey. Hasn't it always seemed that just when you were about to step into something significant, something would arise to pull you down? Do you think that was mere coincidence? No, it was the enemy's strategy, because he fears the light you carry. He knows that once you recognize the power I have placed within you, he will no longer have any hold over you. You cannot let him win. I need you to act now, in this very moment. Do not delay. Do not wait until tomorrow, for I am opening a door for you, a way to break free from all the chains of the past. Pray, use your own voice to declare that you reject every shackle, every lie, everything that has ever held you back. Rise up, not in fear but in courage, for I am right beside you, upholding you, guiding you. I know you have felt pain. You have doubted. You have thought that no one hears you. But you are not alone. Even in the moments when you believed no one understood, I have always seen you. I have always heard your silent cries. I have counted every tear you have shed. But you must understand this. You cannot allow the past to define you. The pain you have endured is not the end of your story. It is the very substance that has shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for the greatness I have set before you. The enemy has tried to silence your voice, but I have come to awaken it louder than ever. He has tried to restrain you, but I have placed gifts within you that cannot be taken away. He has sought to make you forget your dreams, but today I am here to tell you that your time has come, that nothing can stop you now, that every barrier must fall. Rise up. Do not let fear bind you. Do not let the wounds of the past keep you from stepping forward. You are no longer who you once were. You are stepping into a new season, a time when the old will pass away, and you will see my promises begin to take shape before your eyes. But you must act. Do not simply stand there and wait. I want you to pray with strength, with conviction, with unwavering faith. Declare that you belong to me, that you will no longer allow the enemy's lies to control your life. Prepare your mind, for challenges will still come, but this time you will not be defeated. Every time the enemy whispers that you are not good enough, remember that I have called you chosen. When he says you have no future, remember that I have ordained a path of glory for you. And finally, I need you to take action. There is something you must do right now, a step you must take, a decision you must make. Do not hesitate. Do not be afraid. Move forward in faith, for I have gone before you and made the way clear. My beloved, I do not say these things to frighten you, but to awaken you. The enemy thinks he can stop you, but he is wrong. Not only will you overcome these trials, but you will rise stronger than ever. You will not be defeated. You will not be abandoned. You will not be forgotten. You are chosen. You are loved. You are anointed. And I, the one who created you, the one who called you from your mother's womb, the one who has destined you for a glorious future, am going before you and fighting on your behalf. Trust in me. Move forward, for your time has come. He may try, but he cannot succeed, for I have placed my hand upon you. I have anointed you. I have protected you, even when you did not realize it. No matter what schemes the enemy devises, no matter how hard he tries to hinder you, he cannot prevail against my power. You are mine, and you are destined for victory. But you must act now. You cannot remain passive. You cannot stand still and do nothing. Recognize that this is a pivotal moment. You must awaken. You must rise. You must step into the calling I have set before you. Do not let another day pass without walking in your purpose. Do not let the enemy steal anything more from you. My child, you must pray. You must stand in vigilance. You must begin to declare the truth about yourself. Speak what I have spoken over you. Do not let the enemy's lies confuse you. Do not let the rejection of others cause you to waver. Do not let the fears of the past imprison you in darkness. I am calling you to rise. See yourself through my eyes, not through the eyes of the world. Recognize that you are not weak. You are not insignificant. You are not without worth. You are a warrior, a world changer, one who carries immeasurable power within you. The enemy is once again plotting to disrupt the peace in your life. He operates in the shadows, seeking to sow chaos, to make you lose your way, to shake your faith, and to suffocate what I have placed within you. He knows that the moment you step into your destiny is drawing near, and so he is more desperate than ever. He stirs storms in your mind, making you doubt yourself, trying to make you forget who you are and who has called you. But listen to me. Do not panic. Do not be afraid. Do not let the raging waves carry you away from the truth. For I am the Lord your God, the one who formed you in your mother's womb, the one who breathed life into you, and the one who has called you by name. Before this world knew you, I knew you. Before you could call upon me, I called upon you. Before you understood your purpose, I had already set my plans for your life. You belong to me. This is something that nothing can change. No matter how the world turns, no matter how the forces of darkness try to rise against you, there is one unshakable truth. You are mine. Not because of what you have done, not because of what you could ever achieve, but because I have chosen you. I have placed you in the palm of my hand. You are not a wanderer without direction, nor are you forgotten in the tide of life. You are marked, set apart, anointed, for a mission that no one else can fulfill. Look back at the times when you thought you would not stand, yet I lifted you up. The moments you believed you had lost everything, yet I revealed my power. The times you felt invisible, yet I saw you and called you by name. If I have kept you through the storms before, do you think I will leave you now? No, my child. I have never abandoned you, and I never will. The enemy's schemes may shift, his strategies may become more cunning, but I remain the same. I am still your strong tower, your unfailing strength. Do you know? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No plan of the enemy can destroy what I have established. He may try to throw obstacles in your path, but he cannot stop you when you walk in my power. He may send lies your way, but he cannot change the truth that I have called you, prepared you, and equipped you with everything you need to overcome. The forces of darkness may gather, but they will be scattered. The fires of trials may burn, but you will not be consumed. The floods may rise, but you will not be drowned. For I, the Almighty God, am standing with you, and if I am for you, who can be against you? Remember, the enemy has no power greater than what you allow him to have. He can only influence you when you believe his lies, when you allow fear to take root, when you question my plan. But you must not let that happen. I have armed you with the breastplate of righteousness, the sword of my word, the shield of faith, and your feet have been fitted with the shoes of peace. You do not walk as one who is weak, but as an anointed warrior, one chosen to trample on serpents and scorpions, to break every chain, and to step into the promised land that I have prepared for you. You cannot compromise with the enemy, nor can you accept the chains he seeks to place upon your life. This is the time to rise, to declare that you will not be defeated, that you will no longer be a victim of the past, that you are not bound by fear, by doubt, by old wounds. You are stepping into a new season, a time where you will see my glory in your life in ways you have never seen before. What you have lost will be restored. What you thought was over will begin again in my power. Doors that were closed will open. Barren places will bloom once more. But you must stand firm. You must not waver. Keep your eyes fixed on me, for when you look to me, you will see the path you must take. Keep your heart steadfast in my word, for when you believe in my word, nothing can lead you astray. Do not let weariness discourage you. Do not let negative voices dishearten you. Do not let past mistakes make you feel unworthy of what I am giving you. You are no longer the child of yesterday. You are the one I have called, the one I have anointed, the one I have prepared. The enemy has never taken his eyes off you. He has watched you for a long time, studying your every step, listening to your complaints, examining the wounds you have carried throughout your life. He does not strike hastily, but waits patiently for the moment when you are at your weakest. He knows where you are most vulnerable, knows which thoughts can make you hesitate, knows which memories can bind you in fear. He has taken advantage of the scars in your heart, the unhealed places, the worries you have never spoken aloud. He has targeted those weaknesses with a terrifying patience, trying to sow doubt in your heart, making you believe that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But listen to me, for today I am unveiling all his schemes. He thought you would never see it, but I am opening your eyes. I am shining light so you may see the traps he has set before you. You will no longer walk in blindness. You are no longer a passive victim, subject to his will. Right now I am placing in you understanding, wisdom, and courage, so that you may rise up, so that you may see that the enemy is not an invincible force, but a deceiver who panics when my light exposes the darkness he has tried to keep hidden. The enemy does not fear the weak, does not fear those who surrender, does not fear those who simply let life drift them along. But he fears those who rise up, those who recognize the truth, those who refuse to believe his lies any longer. He trembles when you begin to realize the power I have placed within you, when you understand that you are no longer bound by your past, that you can step out of the chains of fear and insecurity. Do you know why he persists in attacking you? Because he sees that you are different. He sees the light within you, sees the potential I have placed inside you, sees the greatness you have yet to realize. That is why he has been trying to break you since you were young. He has used hurtful words, painful circumstances, and failures that seemed impossible to overcome, just to make you believe that you would never rise. He knows that if you keep believing those lies, you will never step into your true strength. But today I have come to break every chain. You are no longer led by fear. You are no longer one who lives in the shadows of lies. You are the one I have chosen, the one I have equipped, the one upon whom I have placed a divine mission in this world. And now that you know the enemy's schemes, you will never be deceived again. He targeted the weakest aspects of you, but it is in those very places that I will perform miracles. He thought your wounds would bring you down, but I will use those very wounds as a testimony of my healing. He believed your failures would make you stop, but I will turn them into lessons that lead you to wisdom and unshakable strength. The very things he used to destroy you will become the very things I use to lift you up. Look back at your journey. Every trial, every hardship, every pain you have endured was not meaningless. It was not the end of you. It was preparation. I have refined you in the fire of adversity, using challenges to make you stronger. If you are still standing here today, if you can still hear my voice, it is undeniable proof that the enemy did not win. He tried, but you are still here. He thought you would give up, but you are still moving forward. And from now on, you will no longer just struggle to survive. You will begin to walk in the strength of one who knows to whom they belong, of one who knows what they are fighting for. You are no longer someone who flees from battles, but someone who is ready to face them, because you know that I go before you. So walk forward in faith. Declare my promises over your life. Pray with conviction, because when you open your mouth, heaven listens. When you declare that you belong to me, darkness trembles. When you stand firm in faith, the enemy's plans are shattered. I am not only your protector, but I am also the one who fights for you. My beloved, you must no longer let fear bind you for even a single moment. This is the time for you to move forward. This is the moment for you to break every chain, to step out of your comfort zone, and to live fully in the purpose I have placed within you. You are not abandoned. You are not a wandering soul without direction. You are one with a mission, a destiny, and a calling that no one else can take. And I, the one who created you, the one who has called you by name, the one who has set you on this path, am going before you, making a way for you, fighting for you. You have nothing to fear, for I am here, and I will never leave you. No matter how many schemes the enemy devises, no matter how many traps he sets around you, nothing can overturn the great plan I have established for you. He may think he is in control of the situation, but he does not know that before he even made his move, I had already declared victory for you. No force can stop me from fulfilling what I have ordained. No one can tear down what I have built within you. He may try to strike you down with storms, but I am your safe refuge. He may try to shake the ground beneath your feet, but I am the solid rock on which you stand. He has tried every way to pull you down, to plant fear, to make you hesitate, but remember this: you have no reason to be afraid, because you do not stand alone. I am here, always here, right beside you. When you face temptations, worries, and the lies he whispers in your ears, remember that I am the truth. When he tries to confuse you with doubts, stand firm in the knowledge that I am the light guiding your way. When he seeks to make you forget who holds your destiny, let your heart cling to the truth that I am the Creator, the Almighty One, who has called you out of darkness into the light. Do not let his lies take root in your mind. He says that you will never break free from the wounds of your past, but I have healed you. He claims that you will always be bound by your failures, but I have made a way for you to step into a new beginning. He whispers that you are not strong enough, but I declare that you have been given extraordinary strength by my own hand. He tries to make you believe that you are alone, but I proclaim that you will never be forsaken. Remember, no matter how he tries to discourage you, I am your deliverer. No matter how he attempts to pull you down, I have placed you in a position where he cannot reach you. No matter how he tries to block your path, I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut. No force can prevail against me, and because you belong to me, no enemy can destroy you. I have placed a hedge of protection around you. I have sent my angels ahead of you. I have kept you safe in my hands. No arrow from the enemy can penetrate the shield I have built around you. No accusation, no mockery can wound you when you know to whom you belong. You do not have to fight in your own strength, for I am the one who fights for you. You do not have to find your own way out of the snares set before you, for I am your rescuer. Do not fear what he is doing. Do not worry about the schemes he is secretly devising, for I have already seen it all, and I have prepared the answer to every challenge you will face. I have equipped you with everything you need. I have placed wisdom within you so that you may discern the truth. I have placed courage within you so that you will not be afraid. I have placed a steadfast spirit within you so that you may stand firm in the face of every trial. You are no longer the person you once were. You are no longer easily swayed by the storms of life. You are no longer bound by past pains. You are a new creation, a warrior who has been trained, one who has been tested by fire and has endured. Let the enemy see that he has failed. He tried to take you down, but you are still here, still moving forward, still pressing on with the strength I have given you. The enemy does not only seek to make you stumble, he also works in secret to destroy the relationships around you. He knows that you were created for connection, to be surrounded by love, by support, and by fellowship. But instead of allowing you to realize this, he sows doubt, distorts the truth, and makes you believe that you are alone. He stirs up misunderstandings, fuels hurt feelings, and turns minor disagreements into walls of division between you and those who truly love you. He whispers in your ear that no one really cares about you, that you are a burden, that you would be better off walking alone without relying on anyone. He wants you to believe that isolation is the safest path, that if you never open your heart, you will never be hurt. But my child, hear me clearly. Those are lies. You were not born to walk alone. You were not created to journey through life in isolation. You are never alone. From the moment you opened your eyes to this world, I have been with you. Before you knew how to call upon me, I had already called you by name. When you feel lonely, when you think that no one understands you, when you trap yourself in the confines of your own thoughts, remember that I am here. I am always here, and I will never leave you. There has never been a single moment in your life when I was not with you. Every tear you have shed, I have seen. Every pain you could not put into words, I have understood. Every question in your heart, I have known before you even spoke it. I am not only the one who provides, but I am also the one who loves. I do not merely watch you from afar. I am near, so near that every beat of your heart is within my care. So, my beloved, when you feel alone, when you begin to believe that no one truly cares for you, close your eyes and sense my presence. You not only belong to me, but you are also part of a spiritual family that I have prepared for you. Remember that the enemy seeks to sever you from the important relationships in your life because he knows that in connection you find strength. He understands that when you dwell in the love of the community I have placed around you, you are strengthened, encouraged, and grow in faith. That is why he does everything he can to push you away from those I have placed beside you, to uplift you. He makes you feel misunderstood, focuses your attention on the faults of others, makes you easily wounded, and causes you to build walls that you were meant to tear down. But I come to tell you that you do not have to fight alone. I have placed in your life people who truly love you, who are willing to walk with you through difficult seasons, who will not only stand with you in bright days, but will also hold your hand in the darkness. Do not let the enemy's lies create division between you. Do not let old wounds hold you back. Do not let misunderstandings cause you to retreat. And do not allow pride or fear to make you reject the love and help I am sending you through these people. Step out of isolation. Open your heart. Look around you and see that you are not abandoned. I have placed you in a family, in a community, in arms you can lean on. You do not have to carry everything alone. I never intended for you to fight by yourself. There are battles you can face on your own, but there are also battles where you need others to stand with you, to pray for you, and to declare victory alongside you. You cannot allow isolation to become a weapon the enemy uses against you. Remember, the more you open your heart, the more love you will receive. The more you trust, the more you will be uplifted. The more you give, the more you will receive in return. I want you to step into a new season, a season of connection, a season of love and unity. Do not run from those I have placed in your life. Draw near to them so that they can speak life into you, so that they can remind you of the truth when you doubt, so that they can remind you of the truth when you feel weak. Learn to trust again. Let your heart be healed. Forgive those who have hurt you, for when you hold on to resentment, you bind yourself to old pain. Open your heart to love, even when you have faced disappointment. Let me lead you to the people who will walk with you, who will help you see, what you cannot see alone. You are never alone. This is not just a promise, it is an unchanging truth. From generation to generation, I have been with those who call upon me, and I will be with you until the very end. You do not have to do everything by yourself, for I have already set a path before you where you can walk in peace. I am sending you those who will help you stand firm, who will pray with you, who will fight alongside you, and who will journey with you into the glorious things I have promised. So let go of all doubt. Let the barriers in your heart fall. Step out of the shadows of isolation and into the light of love. I am waiting for you. My arms are always open, and around you are people ready to embrace you, because I have placed them in your life for a greater purpose. The enemy does not only target your mind, nor does he merely seek to destroy your relationships. He also attacks the very dreams I have planted within your heart. He wants to extinguish the light of hope within you, to make you doubt yourself, to convince you that what you desire is too far-fetched, too grand to ever become reality. He tries to make you believe that your dreams are foolish, that you are not capable enough, that you do not have the resources, that you do not possess the strength to bring them to life. He whispers lies into your ears, telling you that you are just an ordinary person, that great things are meant for others, but not for you. But today I have come to remind you that this is not true. Look back at the journey you have traveled. Remember the times you overcame what you once thought was impossible. Remember that if I have placed a dream within your heart, I will also provide you with everything you need to fulfill it. Those desires were not born from your own mind. I planted them within you, long before you were even born. I wrote the story of your life before you ever stepped into this world. Your dreams are not random. They are part of my grand design. If you have a great vision, it is because I have given you a great purpose. If you have a deep desire to accomplish something extraordinary, it is because I have already equipped you with the ability to do it. But the enemy wants you to forget this truth. He wants you to give up before you even begin. He wants you to focus on your circumstances, on your limitations, on what you lack, instead of focusing on me, the one who can do all things. He wants you to be surrounded by doubt, to be consumed by negative thoughts, to be bound by the fear of failure. But my child, remember, nothing is impossible for me. If I have placed a dream within your heart, I have also prepared the way for you to accomplish it. You do not have to do it all on your own, for I have gone before you. I have prepared the path for you. I have placed doors that will open when you step forward in faith. You do not need to worry about what you lack, for I am your provider. You do not need to fear that you are not enough, for I am the one who gives you wisdom, strength, and courage to walk forward. What you are facing is not a sign that you should give up, but rather proof that you are getting closer to what I have promised. The enemy does not attack those who have no value. He does not try to derail those who have nothing to offer. If you feel like you are being challenged, if you feel like you are facing opposition, it is because you are on the right path. Do not let difficulties discourage you. Do not let small failures make you forget the bigger picture. Remember how I have rescued you before. Remember how many times you thought you could not go on, yet you kept moving forward. Remember how many times you felt too small, yet I lifted you up. What I have done before, I will do again. I do not change. What I have promised, I will fulfill. I have opened a way for you, and no force can shut the doors I have set before you. But you must trust me. When you feel afraid, come closer to me. When you feel doubt creeping in, seek me. When you feel weak, remember that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You do not need to know every step from the beginning. I am not asking you to understand the entire plan. I am asking you to trust me. Walk forward in faith, and I will guide you one step at a time. Do not let the enemy's lies make you give up. He knows that once you step into your calling, you will be unstoppable. He knows that once you recognize who has called you, he will have no power over you. That is why he tries to make you afraid, to discourage you, to make you limit yourself. But today I come to tell you that you no longer have to fear. Rise up, hold on to your dreams, look to me instead of looking at what is against you. Believe that when you place your trust in me, nothing is impossible. Walk with courage, for I have gone before you. Take hold of what I have promised you, for it belongs to you. Let me lead you to places you never thought you could go. I have prepared the way for you, and I have arranged everything in its perfect time. Do not delay, do not fear, do not doubt yourself. Believe that I have equipped you with everything you need, and step forward into the calling I have placed upon your life. You were not created to live an ordinary life. You were not born just to exist. I have placed within you a fire, a purpose, a great calling, and I never do anything by accident. So stand up, walk in faith, and let your heart cling to my promises. I am not only the one who gives you dreams, I am the one who fulfills them. You do not need to understand everything right now. You only need to trust and move forward. And as you do, you will witness the wonders I have prepared for you. Remember, you are not alone. Remember, you are not abandoned. Remember, you lack nothing, because I am the one who provides all that you need. The enemy may try to stop you, but he has no power over you. For you belong to me, and with me, nothing is impossible. The enemy does not just want to make you doubt, does not just want to hinder you from fulfilling the dreams I have placed in your heart. He wants to pull you away from me. He knows that when you listen to my voice, when you walk in the plans I have set before you, you will become unstoppable. He cannot prevent me from blessing you, but he will do everything to make you turn away from me. He will fill your mind with the noise of the world, keeping you busy with temporary things, entangling you in worries, fears, and pressures until you no longer have time to listen to me. He will make you feel weary, make you believe you are not enough, and distract you with meaningless things so that you forget the most important truth, that you need me, that you need to walk in my guidance. But today I am calling you back. I do not want you to continue walking in exhaustion, in confusion, in doubt. I am reaching out my hand and telling you, come back to me. Seek me first. Let your heart belong fully to me. Because when you put me in the highest place, when you choose me as the center of your life, everything else will naturally fall into place. The things you worry about, the things you try to control, the things that unsettle you, they will no longer be a burden. I will arrange everything in its perfect time. I will provide for you in ways you never expected. I will guide you on paths you have never walked before. Pause for a moment and reflect. Have you been trying too hard? Have you been carrying burdens you were never meant to carry? Have you exhausted yourself trying to control your own life? You do not have to do that anymore. Let me be the one to lead you. Let me take your hand and guide you through the rough roads ahead. When you seek me first, you will no longer have to worry about what tomorrow holds. When you let me be Lord, you will no longer be shaken by what is happening around you. He wants you to believe that if you put me first, you will have to sacrifice too much. You will lose opportunities, and you will have to give up what is important to you. But my child, that is nothing more than a trap. When you put me first, you do not lose anything. You gain everything. The things you think you must hold tightly to, when you place them in my hands, they become whole. When you make me the center, your dreams will no longer be lonely efforts, but will be blessed and guided by me. When you choose me above all else, your relationships will be restored, the right doors will open, and your path will become clearer than ever. Do not be afraid to let go of control. Do not worry that if you let me lead, you will not achieve what you desire. I know what is best for you. I know the deepest needs of your heart. I know what you need even before you ask. Place everything you have into my hands. Let me be the one who directs your steps. Walk in faith and allow me to fulfill what I have promised. I will never abandon you. I will never let you walk alone. When you put me first, I will give you not only what you need, but more than you can imagine. When you follow my guidance, you will see that nothing is random. Nothing is wasted. Every challenge you face is part of the beautiful plan I am completing. Every pain you endure will become a story of victory. Every dream you thought was dead will be revived when you place it in my hands. But you must decide. You must choose me first. You must put your trust in me rather than in your own abilities. You must learn to hear my voice amidst the noise of the world. Spend time with me. Seek me in prayer. Let my word be your guide. Do not let the enemy keep you so busy that you forget the relationship you have with me. Do not let him make you believe that you can do everything on your own. Come back to me. Let me lead your steps. Let me reveal my plans to you so you do not have to search for answers elsewhere. Let me tell you about yourself, about what I have placed within you, about what I am preparing for you. Do not let the enemy's lies make you forget that you were created to live in peace, not in anxiety. You were created to walk in freedom, not in bondage. When you put me above all else, I will make a way for you. When you seek me, you will never be lost. When you make me the center, you will see the impossible become possible. I do not only want to give you what you need, I want to give you myself. Because nothing is more precious than my presence in your life. Nothing can replace my love for you. Nothing can compare to the peace I give you. A peace that does not come from this world, that is not shaken by circumstances, and that cannot be taken away by any force. The enemy does not only seek to hinder you from walking in my will, he does not only try to plant doubt, fear, and distance between us, he also wants you to feel unworthy of the love I have for you. He knows that when you understand who you are in my eyes, when you realize that you are fully loved and completely forgiven, he will no longer have any power over you. That is why he uses your past as a weapon against you. He stirs up painful memories, past failures, mistakes, and wounds, trying to make you believe that you are too far gone, that your stains are too great, that I could never forgive you. He wants you to forget the greatest truth, that my love for you is not conditional, but unchanging. A love that cannot be shaken by your mistakes. But my child, listen to me. Open your heart and hear the truth. My love for you is not something that can be diminished or lost. There is nothing you can do to make me love you more, and there is nothing you can do to make me love you less. My love for you is not dependent on your perfection. It is built upon my very nature. I am love, and you belong to me. You may have stumbled, you may have made mistakes, but that will never change the truth that you are my beloved child. Remember, I have known everything about you even before you were born. Before you uttered your first prayer, before you realized your need for me, I loved you. Before you recognized your faults, I had already prepared forgiveness. I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. Sin cannot take away your place in my heart, for I have already paid the price for all your transgressions. Take this to heart. You cannot earn my love with good deeds, just as you cannot lose my love because of your failures. The enemy tries to make you feel unworthy, to convince you that you must strive harder and do more good to be accepted by me. But my child, you do not need to struggle to be worthy of my love. You have already been forgiven, redeemed, and made new. When I look at you, I do not see your old self. I do not see the mistakes you have made. I see you in my righteousness, clothed in purity, renewed by my boundless grace. Look back at what I have done for you. Remember that I endured all pain so that you would not have to bear the burden of sin. I paid the price with my very life so that you would no longer be bound by the past. Do not let the lies of the enemy make you forget that. Do not let him persuade you that you are unworthy of receiving my blessings. You do not receive my blessings because you are deserving, but because I love you. I want you to walk in the freedom I have prepared for you. I do not want you to live in guilt, self-condemnation, or the fear that you are not good enough. I want you to rise up, strong and confident, knowing that you are redeemed, that you are loved, that you have been set free from every chain of the past. Do not let old mistakes weigh you down. Step out of the lies of the enemy and embrace the life I am offering you. My child, if I have chosen to forget your sins, then why do you still hold on to them? If I have erased every trace of the past, why do you still allow it to burden you? If I have declared that you have been made new, why do you still doubt yourself? Believe my words over the lies of the enemy. Believe that you have been cleansed. Believe that you have been restored. Believe that you have been placed in a new position, a position of glory, not of shame. Believe that you have been placed in a new position, a position of glory, not of shame. He wants you to keep living as someone defeated, as someone burdened by mistakes. But you are no longer that person. You are a free person. He wants you to bow your head in shame, but I want you to lift your head high in the righteousness I have given you. He wants you to believe that you are unworthy, but I say that you are the one I have chosen, the one I have anointed, the one upon whom I have laid my hand and entrusted with a great mission. Walk boldly in the freedom I have given you. Embrace my love for you without a shred of doubt. Let your heart be filled with peace, for nothing can separate you from my love. Do not let the enemy steal your joy. Do not let him imprison you in the darkness of the past. Do not let him make you forget that you have been forgiven. Rise up, walk as one who has been redeemed, and let my light shine through you. My beloved, you are not hopeless. You are not forsaken. You are the one I love with all my heart. You are a priceless treasure in my eyes, and you will never lose that value. No mistake can erase you from my sight. No failure can make me turn away from you. You belong to me, and that will never change. Live in your freedom. Take hold of the love I am offering you. Walk with courage, with joy, with gratitude, for you have been cleansed, you have been renewed, and you have been clothed in my righteousness. You are no longer the person of yesterday. You are a new creation, a warrior of my kingdom, one called to live in victory. Rise up, walk forward, and never turn back to the darkness of doubt, for I am here, always here, loving you with an unchanging love. The enemy does not only seek to make you doubt your worth or to sow shame and guilt over your past, he also tries to make you believe that your prayers hold no value. He whispers into your mind that you are praying in vain, that I do not listen, that you are speaking to an empty sky, that your deepest desires go unnoticed. He wants you to feel abandoned, to believe that I have turned my back on you, But today, I come to reveal the truth. I hear you. I have always heard you. Not a single word of yours is forgotten. Not a single whisper is overlooked. When you open your mouth to pray, when your heart cries out in silence, even when you cannot form the words but only shed tears in solitude, I still hear you. Every tear you shed, I count. Every word you speak in pain, I remember. Nothing about you is unnoticed. No prayer of yours fades into nothingness. You may think that I have not answered. You may feel that I am silent. But, my beloved, remember this. My silence is never abandonment. Sometimes I do not answer immediately, not because I do not care, but because I am working on something far greater than you can imagine. I am working behind the veil of time, preparing the best for you. There are things you have asked for that I have answered immediately. There are things I am making you wait for because the time has not yet come. And there are things I have denied, not because I do not love you, but because I know what is truly best for you. I see the full picture, while you see only a small part. If you knew all that I know, you would understand that everything is unfolding according to the perfect plan I have set for you. Trust that there is not a single moment in your life when I am not working for your good. When you pray for healing, I do not merely touch your body. I touch your soul, bringing the restoration you need. When you ask for material needs, I do not just provide temporarily. I grant you abundance beyond what you can imagine. When you cry out in anxiety, I do not merely offer a solution to your problem. I pour peace into your heart, a peace that does not come from the world, that is unshaken by circumstances, and that no one can take away from you. But my child, I want you to understand that prayer is not just about coming to me to ask for something. It is about a relationship, a connection. I am not a being who simply fulfills your requests like a servant obeying orders. I am your Father, and I want you to come to me not just to seek blessings, but to seek me. I want you to pray not only when you have needs, but to pray, to talk with me, to listen to me, to step into intimacy with me. You do not need to fear that your prayers are not strong enough, that you do not know how to pray correctly. I do not demand eloquent words, nor do I require long, elaborate prayers. I look at your heart, not outward expressions. A simple prayer from a sincere heart is worth more than 1,000 words that do not come from the depths of the soul. Trust that I am working even when you do not see it. Trust that I am moving even when you do not yet see change. Everything in your life is in my hands, and I am turning all things, even the hardest trials, into good for you. Nothing you go through is meaningless. No suffering is wasted. Even when you do not understand why things are happening this way, remember that I never do anything without purpose. You may be praying for peace in your family and it may seem like nothing has changed. but I am softening hearts around you, rebuilding bridges that were burned, healing wounds that your eyes have not yet seen. Some things take time, but I never forget your prayers. You may be asking for a miracle in your life, but I want you to understand that sometimes a miracle is not an instant change, but a journey I am leading you through. Sometimes, a miracle is not the storm stopping immediately, but me giving you the strength to stand firm in the storm. Sometimes, a miracle is not the doors opening at once, but the preparation that makes you ready to step through the right door at the appointed time. Trust in me. Keep praying. Stand firm in faith. Do not let the enemy's lies discourage you. Do not let the waiting cause you to doubt. I am listening. I am moving. And I will never forsake you. My beloved child, let your heart be at peace. Let your faith remain unshaken. Come to me, not just to seek answers, but to find me. Because when you have me, you have everything you need. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep walking forward. For I have heard you, I have seen you, and I am working for you. And you will see my faithfulness revealed in your life more clearly than ever before. You were not born to live in darkness, nor to wander aimlessly, but to walk in glorious light, to live in truth, and to be immersed in my unfailing love. I created you with a great purpose, placed within you a radiance that no one can extinguish, and called you to walk on a journey covered by my grace and guidance. But to live in this light, you must stay awake, guard your heart, and be watchful of anything that can pull you away from the path I have set before you. Pause for a moment and search your heart, my beloved child. Is there something creeping into your mind, subtly leading you astray? Are there thoughts slowly changing the way you see yourself, making you forget who you are in my eyes? Are there compromises you have silently accepted, things that seem small but are gradually pulling you away from the truth? Are you allowing distractions, fleeting desires, and temptations to lure you onto a path you were never meant to walk? Be honest with yourself. I do not ask you this to condemn or accuse you, but because I love you. Because I see things that you may not yet recognize. I see what is stirring in your soul, what is quietly shifting your heart, what is causing you to drift away from me. You may not notice the change right away, but I see everything. I know when you begin to let fear replace faith, when you allow doubt to overshadow trust, when you let the lies of this world influence the way you see yourself. Some things do not come as a raging storm to sweep you away instantly, but as a slow trickle of water seeping into your mind, altering you little by little without you realizing it. Some compromises do not appear as blatant temptations, but as gentle whispers, fleeting thoughts, and justifications you make to ease your conscience. The enemy does not need to strike you down in an instant. He only needs to shift your course slightly, plant a seed of doubt, a touch of dissatisfaction, a fleeting craving for something temporary, and over time, you will find yourself in a place you never thought you would be. I do not want you to walk in confusion. I do not want you to lose yourself in the emptiness of this world. I have called you for something greater. But if you do not guard your heart, if you allow small things to infiltrate your life little by little, soon you will find that the distance between you and me has grown. Not because I have left you, but because you have allowed other things to take the place that rightfully belongs to me in your heart. Return to me before it is too late. I do not want to lose you. I do not want you to trade your light for things that will never last. You may find momentary pleasure in worldly things, but they will never truly satisfy the emptiness inside you. You may chase after what you think you need, but you will never be fulfilled unless it comes from me. My beloved child, remember that I am your source of life. When you seek me, you will never be lost. When you put me first, you will never be forgotten. When you return to me, you will find yourself again. I do not stand here to punish you, but to call you home. I do not wait for you with judgment, but with open arms, ready to restore you, ready to bring you back to where you belong. Let go of what is pulling you away. Recognize the thoughts that do not come from me. Be honest with yourself, and do not let small compromises accumulate into invisible chains that bind you. I want you to be free. I want you to live in clarity, in purity, in my unshakable love. Stand firm. Do not trade the eternal for the temporary. Do not let fleeting distractions cloud your vision. Do not let lies take hold of your mind. Keep your heart pure. Keep your mind clear. And keep your feet walking on the path I have set before you. And if you feel you have strayed too far, if you find yourself entangled in things you were never meant to be in, know this: I am still waiting for you. It is never too late to return. It is never too late to step back into the light. You are never too far from me to pull you back. You only need to call upon me, and I will come. You only need to turn back, and I will receive you. You only need to open your heart, and I will do what only I can do: transform you, restore you, and bring you back to where you belong. Let me be your refuge. Let me be the light that guides your way. Let me be the only one who has the authority to direct your life. Do not let anything else take my place in your heart. For when you are in me, you will never live in confusion. When you remain in my love, you will always be protected. When you allow my truth to lead you, you will never fall into darkness. Come back to me, right now. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. Do not wait until you are completely lost to seek your way home. I am standing here, arms open to you. I do not want you to wander any longer. Let me take your hand. Let me lead you back. And as you walk in my light, you will see that nothing in this world compares to the love I have prepared for you. My beloved child, this life is a journey filled with trials, and the world is not without its traps waiting to ensnare you. Around you there are voices that sound sweet yet conceal deception, paths that appear wide and open but lead only to dead ends. Words that seem wise, promises that sound alluring, and opportunities that seem golden. These can all lead you astray if you are not watchful. The enemy does not only try to defeat you with suffering, but also with illusions of false glory, with ambitions that do not come from me, with things that appear right, but quietly draw you away from my good and perfect will for you. Guard your heart and fix your eyes on what is true. Do not let the temptations of this world cause you to forget what you were created for. Do not let dreams that do not come from me lead you down paths that were never meant for you. There are things in this life that bring momentary happiness, but you will soon realize they leave only emptiness behind. There are successes that shine brightly on the surface, but without me, they will only leave you feeling lost and alone, even when you attain them. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what are you chasing after? Is what you are pursuing truly worth it? Are you longing for things that I have not placed in your heart? Or have you forgotten the purpose for which I created you? I did not create you to chase after things that fade. I did not design you to pour yourself into pursuits that will not last. I did not intend for you to trade your soul for things that cannot remain forever. The world will tell you that fame, status, power, and the approval of others are the most worthy pursuits. But my child, do not let your heart be deceived by these things. What good is it if you gain the whole world but lose yourself? What meaning is there in building an empire if your soul is left dry and empty? Remember, everything in this world is temporary. The praises of people today can turn into scorn tomorrow. What you strive so hard to attain can be taken away in an instant. But what I give you, what comes from my will never be lost. You may think that pursuing what I have destined for you will be more difficult, will take more time, and will require greater sacrifice. But trust that everything I do has a purpose, and everything I lead you to has eternal value. I do not simply want you to have a successful life in worldly terms. I desire for you to have a meaningful life. A life you can look back on and see that you truly lived out the purpose for which I created you. Return to me. Let me be the center of all that you do. Lay your dreams before me, and I will show you what is truly worth pursuing, what will bear lasting fruit. I do not take away your dreams, but I refine them so that they may become more beautiful, not only bringing blessings to you, but also leaving a mark on this world, not only serving your own desires, but becoming part of my greater plan. Remember, success is not measured merely by what you achieve in this world, but by what you have done to glorify me. When you place me above all else, when you let me lead, when you seek my will above everything, you will never have regrets. You will walk in peace instead of anxiety. You will find fulfillment instead of emptiness. You will live a life of meaning instead of merely chasing after things that hold no true value. I see everything. I see those who once longed for me, who once burned with love for me, who once placed me above all else in their hearts. I see how they used to pray with all their hearts, how they sought me daily, how they yearned for my presence like dry land thirsts for rain. But as time passed, the ordinary things of life began to creep into their hearts. At first it was just a little neglect. One day they forgot to pray. One day they no longer spent time meditating on my words. They thought that missing one day would not matter. But then one day became a week became a month, and gradually they found that they no longer felt my presence as they once did. They began to seek fulfillment elsewhere, not by outright turning away from me, but their minds became preoccupied with what the world deems important. Work demanded more of their time. Relationships became busier. Personal goals slowly took over their hearts. They still thought they loved me, but I was no longer their priority. They did not realize that when I was no longer first in their hearts, other things would inevitably take my place. I see them becoming immersed in pursuits they never imagined they would chase. They throw themselves into work, crave recognition, seek approval from people. They pursue things that seem reasonable. Financial stability, career growth, caring for their families, things that are not inherently wrong. Yet when these things are not kept in their rightful place, they gradually replace me in their lives. They do not realize that the greatest danger is not turning away from me in an instant, but allowing other things to slowly consume their hearts until there is no room left for me. They do not abandon me outright, but they gradually let me become just a small part of their lives, instead of the center of everything they do. They still mention my name, but they no longer yearn for my presence as they once did. They still acknowledge that I exist, but they no longer seek me with all their hearts. They begin to remember me only when they face difficulties, when they need a miracle, when they feel they cannot solve their problems on their own. But when everything is fine, when they achieve what they desire, I am once again pushed to the sidelines. my beloved child. This is exactly how the enemy operates. He does not always use sin to pull you away from me. Sometimes he simply uses the ordinary things in life, the reasonable things, the important things, but makes you focus on them more than on me. He makes you believe that as long as you live a good life, as long as you do not commit serious wrongdoing, as long as you still believe in my presence, you are fine. But my child, a heart that drifts away from me does not always begin with open defiance. It often starts with neglecting the little things. I long for you to return. I do not want to be just a small part of your life. I want to be at the very center of it. I do not want to be remembered only when you need help. I want you to seek me every day in everything you do. I do not want to be just one choice among many important things. I want to be the most important thing in your life. Look at yourself, my beloved. Be honest with your heart. Have you placed other things above me? Have you devoted so much of your mind to what you consider important that you have forgotten that I am the source of all things? Have you allowed work, relationships, fame, or wealth to take over your heart without realizing that when you have everything but do not have me, you will still feel empty? I do not blame you. I do not stand here to judge you. I only want you to return. I want you to put me first so that you do not have to chase after things that can never truly satisfy your soul. I want you to remember that no success is meaningful if you lose yourself. No wealth can replace the peace that I give. No relationship can fill the emptiness in your heart the way I can. Oh, my beloved child, let these words be engraved upon your heart. Seek me first, and all these things will be given to you. This is not just a promise. It is a way of life that will transform your entire existence. When you choose to put me above all else, when you understand that I am the source of all life, all blessings, and all goodness, you will no longer be consumed by worries and anxieties. Do you see it now? The world constantly tries to convince you that you must strive for everything: security, assurance, success, and abundance. It makes you believe that you must work tirelessly, struggle endlessly, and exhaust yourself to attain what you desire. It wears you down with ceaseless worries. But I tell you this: seek me first. Let me be the center of your life. And when you do, everything else will naturally fall into its rightful place. You do not need to worry about the future, for I hold your future in my hands. You do not need to fear lack, for I am your provider. You do not need to chase after the fleeting things the world deems important, for I am ready to give you what is truly needed. But the question is, do you trust me? Are you willing to let go of the burdens you have been carrying, so that I may place into your hands far greater blessing? My dear child, remember that everything you have in this life, the breath in your lungs, the health in your body, the opportunities you receive, the relationships you hold, comes from me. Nothing happens outside of my permission, and there is no blessing that I cannot give you if you truly seek me with all your heart. But do you realize this? The greatest miracle is not what you receive, but that you have me. When you have me, you have everything. When you abide in me, you will never lack. For what I give you is not just temporary material things, but enduring peace, unconditional love, and unwavering stability in the storms of life. There will be times when you feel like you don't have enough. There will be days when you look around and see others having more money, more success, more opportunities. The enemy will use this to make you feel dissatisfied, to convince you that you are forgotten, that you are not lucky enough. that you must chase after what others possess. But I say to you, stop. Return to me. Remember that you need nothing apart from me. Remember that you need nothing apart from me. Learn to be grateful, my beloved. Cherish what you already have. For gratitude is the key that unlocks even greater blessings. When you place gratitude above all else, when you live in thanksgiving, you will realize that you have never truly lacked. What you have may not be the greatest, may not be the most, but it has always been enough. For I am your provider, and I know what is best for you. Do you remember the story of the wildflowers in the fields? They do not worry, they do not concern themselves with tomorrow, they do not strive to be more radiant than others. Yet I still take care of them, still give them their beautiful colors, still allow them to bloom in my perfect design. If I care so much for these little flowers, would I not care for you even more? My child, the one I love beyond all things. So, my child, do not chase after what is fleeting. Do not let your heart be consumed by things that cannot bring true peace. Take the time to pause, to remember that the most important thing is not what you hold in your hands, but that you have me. Choose to place me above all else. Choose to seek me first. When you do this, you will see that the things you once worried about will suddenly seem so small. You will realize that the things you once feared losing were never as important as you thought. You will see that when you let me lead, everything you need will come at the right time in the most perfect way, far beyond what you could ever create on your own. My child, do you trust me? Do you believe that I will take care of you? Do you believe that when you hold on to my hand, you will never have to worry about tomorrow? As you draw closer to me, as you open your heart to hear the call from the depths of your soul, you will begin to discover the boundless depth of the love I have for you. This is not an ordinary love like what you may find among people, but a love that cannot be measured. A love that never changes. A love that existed before you were formed in your mother's womb and will endure forever. This very love is your source, your strength, and the unshakable foundation that will keep you standing firm through the storms of life. My beloved child, I did not create you merely to exist, but to live a life of meaning, a life that reflects my glory and the divine purpose I have placed within you. I have formed you for a reason, planted within your heart noble desires, and set upon you a mission that no one else can fulfill. But for you to fully step into these things, you must grow spiritually. Your faith must increase each day, your understanding of me must deepen, and your heart must be shaped according to truth. Your spiritual journey is not just a private walk between you and me, but also a light that guides others. As you grow in faith, as you learn to walk in my guidance, as you allow your life to become a living testimony of my love and power, those around you will see and be moved. You are not only transforming yourself, you are becoming a beacon of light for those who are lost, for those searching for meaning, for those yearning for truth, but unsure of the way. I want you to understand that every step on this journey has value. No trial is meaningless, no moment is wasted. The times you stumble yet rise again, the moments you feel weary but continue moving forward, the times you choose to trust even when you cannot see the path ahead, all these things are forging a strong faith within you, shaping you into a resilient soul, making you into someone I can use for great things. My beloved child, my blessings are right before you. What I have promised you is not empty words. The plans I have prepared for you are not distant dreams. Every good thing I desire to give you is waiting to be placed into your hands, if only you are ready to receive them. But remember, my faithfulness is not a reward for those who seek me only when they need help. It is a grace given to those who walk in faithfulness and humility. Open your heart to receive my blessings, but do not let your heart become proud. Do not let success, gifts, or the good things I give you become the reason you drift away from me. Always remain humble. Always remember that everything you have comes from me. Do not let the blessings you receive make you forget the one who gave them to you. When you are blessed, remember to share those blessings with others. When you are lifted up, remember to lift others. When you walk in abundance, use that abundance as a vessel of my love and mercy. My beloved child, your glory is not found in what you possess, but in how you use it to bring light to this world. I bless you not so you may keep it for yourself, but so that you may be my extended hand, so that you may bring hope to the hopeless, so that you may speak truth in a world filled with lies, so that you may strengthen weary souls and lead them back to the light. Never lose your humility. Never think that you can accomplish everything on your own. Never let worldly success make you forget that you are but a creation, born to glorify the one who made you. Let your heart remain tender before me. Let your soul always long for my presence. Let every achievement of yours be directed toward my glory, not your own. Remember always that spiritual growth is not a destination, but a journey. Always keep learning, always keep growing. Always let your faith be strengthened each day. Never think that you have learned enough, done enough, or believed enough. Walk humbly. Always allow me to teach you, and always be willing to listen to my voice guiding you. My beloved child, I see you. I see your efforts. I see the moments you wrestle with yourself. I see the times you choose to follow my will, even when it is not easy. And I tell you, everything you do for me is never in vain. Every sacrifice you make is remembered by me. Every tear you shed is fully understood by me. Keep moving forward. Keep your heart upright. Keep seeking me first, and everything else will naturally fall into place. Continue to live with a heart full of gratitude, with strong faith, and with a humble spirit. For I am leading you to a place you never thought you could reach. I am opening doors you never imagined. I am preparing things for you beyond your expectations. Just trust and keep walking. Blessings are waiting for you. But remember, the greatest blessing is not what you receive. It is my presence in your life. And when you have me, you have everything you need. Now come before my altar and offer this prayer. Almighty God, please open the eyes of my spirit so that I will not be deceived by falsehoods and the temptations of this world. Grant me a discerning heart, awakened to the schemes of the enemy, so that I will not fall into complacency or be drawn into empty pursuits. You are the light that guides my path. Please keep me from deception and lead me into your truth. May I always walk in your wisdom and guidance, never lost in darkness, but firmly standing in your light. Lord, I know that in this life trials are inevitable, and the enemy constantly seeks to discourage me, but I believe that in you I have the strength to face every hardship. Grant me courage so that I will not tremble before adversity, nor fear the challenges ahead. You have declared victory for me, and I stand firm on that promise. Though storms may rise, though the enemy may try to shake my faith, I will not be afraid, for you are with me. You are my fortress and my stronghold. Lord, there are times when the enemy whispers lies into my mind, making me doubt myself, my worth, and my purpose. But today I refuse to believe those lies. I declare that I am fearfully and wonderfully made by you, created with a divine plan and purpose. Strengthen my faith so that I will not be swayed by the enemy's deception. Help me stand firm in your truth, always remembering that you have a good and perfect plan for my life. Lord, there are moments when I feel lonely, as if no one truly understands me. But I know that is a lie from the enemy, for you have placed me in a loving community. Help me to cherish the relationships you have given me. Heal every wound in my heart and remove the barriers that cause me to withdraw. Do not let me believe the lie that I am unloved or unnoticed. Fill my heart with the warmth of your love so that I may connect with those around me in sincerity and joy. Lord, fear seeks to take hold of my mind, causing me to doubt and hesitate. But today I choose to place my complete trust in you. I know that nothing can happen outside of your control. Please grant me the peace that surpasses all understanding, so that my heart will not be shaken by circumstances. Though the enemy tries to sow anxiety within me, I declare that my faith is greater than my fear, for you are my stronghold, my protector, and I will walk boldly and courageously, knowing that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Lord, you have placed dreams and a divine mission within me, yet the enemy constantly tries to make me doubt myself. It wants me to believe that I am not capable, that the things you have placed in my heart are impossible. But I believe that with you, nothing is impossible. Please grant me unwavering trust so that I do not give up on the dreams you have sown in my heart. Help me to persevere, undeterred by obstacles, but steadfast in obedience and courage. May I not only dream but also take action. May I not only desire but also move forward in your will. Lord, the world is filled with distractions that pull my mind away from the purpose you have set before me. The enemy seeks every opportunity to draw me away from your presence, but today I choose to make you the center of my life. Help me to keep my eyes fixed on you, not swayed by vanity, and not allowing the busyness of life to steal my focus from you. Please grant me spiritual awareness so that I may prioritize what truly matters and live each day with the wisdom that comes from you. Lord, there are moments when I feel unworthy of your love. The enemy constantly reminds me of past mistakes, burdening me with guilt and condemnation. But today, I stand in your truth. You have forgiven me. You have taken all my burdens upon the cross. Help me not to let past failures define me, but to walk in the freedom you have given me. May I live in peace and trust, knowing that I am fully loved by you, not because I am worthy, but because you are merciful. Lord, there are times when I feel weak and powerless in the face of life's trials, but I know that I do not fight alone, for you are my strength. You have not called me to walk in weakness, but you have given me power from heaven so that I may overcome. Help me to rely on your strength, not on my own limitations. Teach me how to use the authority and power you have given me, so that I may triumph over every temptation, every fear, and every obstacle on my spiritual journey. Lord, in a world filled with deception, the enemy constantly tries to lead me astray from your path, but I refuse to be drawn into that darkness. Please grant me wisdom to discern what is true and what is a trap. Keep me steadfast in following you, unmoved by lies or the enticements of the world. Strengthen my heart in your truth so that I may never stray from the path of blessing that you have set before me. Lord, the world lays before my eyes countless dazzling things, making it easy for me to seek satisfaction in fleeting pleasures and temporary joys. But I know that nothing in this world can fill the emptiness in my heart except you. Please guard me against fleeting temptations so that my heart remains steadfast in you. Place within me a deep longing for your presence, so that I may always seek you as my true source of life, the living water that never runs dry. Do not let me stray from you even for a moment, but keep me forever in your loving embrace. Lord, there are times when I feel as though my prayers remain unanswered, moments when I wait in silence and doubt begins to rise within me. But I know that you never ignore my cries. You are always at work, even when I cannot see it. Please help me to hold firm to my faith, even when I do not fully understand your plans. Do not let the enemy sow seeds of doubt in my heart, but grant me unwavering confidence in your goodness and love. I trust that your timing is always perfect, your plans are always flawless, and your love never changes. Lord, there are moments when I am weak, when I feel unworthy of your love. The enemy wants me to believe that I am forgotten, that I am unloved. But the truth is this: I am your beloved child. Your love is not based on what I do, but is an unconditional, everlasting covenant that never changes. Help me to engrave this truth upon my heart, so that I may always walk with confidence, knowing that I am upheld, protected, and cherished by a love stronger than death. Help me to reflect this love to those around me, that they too may come to know the greatness of your love. Lord, the enemy may plot, may attack me with fear, doubt, or trials that seem overwhelming, but today I declare that in you I have already overcome. I do not fight in my own strength, but I put on the armor of God, take up the sword of your word, and stand firm in faith. Nothing can shake me, for you have declared, "Take heart, I have overcome the world." Strengthen me to stand unwavering, unshaken by trials, fearless in the face of darkness, boldly proclaiming my faith and walking in your power. Lord, today I come before you not only to ask for protection for myself, but also for my family, my friends, and all those who are seeking you. Stretch out your mighty hand to cover them with your peace and shelter. Guard those I love from danger, from temptation, from every scheme of the enemy. Send your angels to surround them and protect them in all their ways. For those who are lost, shine your light upon their path and bring them back into your embrace. For those who are weak, grant them strength. For those who are suffering, comfort and heal them with your boundless love. Lord, I believe that with you, nothing is impossible, and that you love every soul more than anyone ever could. Please come, act, save, and restore the hearts that long for you. Use me as an instrument in your hands, so that I too may reveal your love and protection to those around me. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you love the Lord, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any meaningful and life-giving messages from Him. Together, we will grow in faith and live a life fully immersed in His love. Amen.